was your New Year's?
Damn it! I was gonna say hi. My New Year's was boring. I stayed at home doing nothing. Only because Megan had to work, so I was dad dutying.
No.
That sounded gross. It sounded like I was taking a shit. I was on dad duty, which was fine. We threw a little party for Amelia like before bed, because there ain't no way in hell that I would be able to manage her past like 10 o'clock. Because when she gets tired, she gets nuts.
Yeah.
So I got her glow sticks and balloons and put a countdown on the TV. Let her count down twice. And then she goes, Happy New Year. And then went off to bed. And then I just played games until midnight.
Woohoo!
And I know that you actually got to have fun.
Yeah, we surprisingly we were able to fit. The folding tables that we got for Sawyer's party.
Or the ones that were in the backyard away from the bouncy house?
Yes.
Yeah.
We were able to put two of them side by side, like a giant square, and in our living room we moved the computer desk, the coffee table, and the end table into our room. Had the two couches along that back wall where the pop figures are, and then just had the two tables in the middle and had chairs all around it. It was more than enough room to fit me, Callie, Sawyer, my parents, my brother, my sister, my sister-in-law, and Callie's parents. And we were all...
Damn, I didn't think you had that many people there, because I only saw you... Like, the pictures you guys posted, it was just you, Callie, your sister, and her wife, fiance?
Yeah, we had all those people. Her parents couldn't stay the entire time just because Nana wasn't feeling too well. So she went to go... they were originally just going to go bring some food to Nana, so that... because she was going to stay home and let her... that way she has something. Mm-hmm. And then come to find out, Nana ended up having COVID, so...
Oh, shit.
Yeah, they stayed home. They went right home after that, and I'm like... Oh.
Poor Nana. Damn.
Mm-hmm. But she's doing good. That lady's a trooper. For a 90-something-year-old, whoo, dear God.
She's tough.
Yeah, she is. You take that woman to freaking Foxwoods and see how tough that woman is. Holy crap.
She's alright.
Uh-huh.
So was Sawyer up, like, for midnight, or did he pass out early?
Oh, no. He was up until the very last minute. He was like, oh. He kept, basically, because my sister and her fiance brought the little trumpets.
Oh, no.
Yeah. And
Oh,
Sawyer kept asking all the time, is it New Year's yet? Is it New Year's yet? Because he wanted to use the damn trumpet.
So you didn't let him do it until it was New Year's?
Oh, yeah. Are you kidding me? If we let him do it before that, I would have been annoyed to high hell, and those suckers would have gone in the trash.
See, that's what I was expecting. You did it right, I guess.
And then as soon as New Year's hit, he didn't give a rat's ass. He was tooting those things.
Well, at least he managed to wait until then.
Pretty much. We were good enough with keeping him busy. Putting on his stuff on the TV, or him talking to my mom all the time, and him snacking nonstop. So he was good.
Nice.
And he got to show off his Gatling gun, so he was happy.
How many people did he hit?
He's still not strong enough to pull it.
So everybody's safe.
Until he gave it to me, and then I shot the living hell out of my sister.
I mean, that's your sister.
Mm-hmm. It's to the point my mom was like, who's this toy for? Was this for you or for Sawyer? I'm like,
Yes.
Yep, pretty much.
Yeah.
And I swear up and down, Sawyer's the one that literally picked it. We were at BJ's. I did not point it out to him. He saw it. He grabbed it, put it in the cart, and says, I want this.
Wow.
I wasn't going to say no.
Fair enough. All right.
And for $20, it's worth it.
For you, maybe.
Oh, hell yeah.
That's all right.
All right.
You're a big kid.
Yes, I am.
Nothing wrong with that.
Oh, we're going to have a Nerf war whenever you guys come over.
Oh, you know what? Somewhere around here, we've got like single shot Nerf guns, and Meg had like a one of those ones that's got a drum on it too. It's got like 6 or 8 shots on there.
Mm.
So we'll have to find all of ours.
Oh, I got a story to tell you. Because this was after the last podcast. We had gone to Walgreens for last minute shopping. Remember that? Remember those white revolvers, Nerf guns that Sawyer has?
Mm-hmm.
They were on sale again at Walgreens.
Oh no!
$225 a gun.
Jeez.
So I cleared out the shelf and bought them as gag gifts to my for Christmas at my mom's house.
Hilarious. Yeah,
Oh,
was she happy about that?
Ooh, she wanted to kick my ass.
So it sounds like it was a fun Christmas.
Oh, it was. Everybody had a blast with it. Are you kidding me? When my dad's shooting off the Nerf gun, there's no authority at that point.
No. Well, I mean, I would say your mom's the authority, but what more can she do if everybody's in on it?
Pretty much.
Tell me she did it too. Who'd she shoot?
She did. She took my wife's gun and shot me. So.
I should have expected that. That's fair. You had it coming.
I'm not gonna complain. Sawyer had a blast with it. It was worth it.
All right. So, first episode of the new year.
Woohoo!
I feel like we could have fit one in for New Year's, but I was like, fuck it. We need some time off to celebrate. Get back
Sure.
in it fresh in the first week. Or second week? Second week of the new year, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know how you want to classify it. Whatever.
I call it the first week.
So this is still the Rebel Pack podcast. With me, Adam, and you.
Me, Mike. Woo!
You, Mike. Not me, Mike. So in this new year, have you played anything new?
Not really. Pretty much still more
What happened to your voice? Not really.
I got squeaky. Okay.
Okay.
No. Yeah. Really not. Not really. I think I played more Dreamlight. Oh yes, I have. Well, not really a new game, but different.
New
to
you?
Remember, I texted you about it when I found it. It was on sale. Harvest Moon: Save the Homeland from the PS2.
Yes.
I played that for a couple of days. Dear God, I'm glad games have gotten better.
You tell me you didn't enjoy it?
Oh, I enjoyed it. Don't get me wrong. But the text boxes at that point bothered the living hell out of me. And when it came to the actual farming sections, they were already assigned, so you had to dig those specific spots. And I'm like, when you're playing Dreamlight Valley and you can plant 1,000 crops in one session, being stuck to 12 plant sections kind of puts a damper on things.
Some limitations, man.
But
sign of the times, I guess.
Pretty much. Hey, I'm not gonna complain because even then, some of the gameplay graphics I'm very surprised were that way for the PS2. So I'm like, cool. Still enjoyable.
Yeah. I mean, you've been playing it, so I would assume you're enjoying it.
Then again, I also only got it for like $2 at the time, something like that. So
yeah,
it was worth a shot.
Good investment.
What about you? Anything new?
I'm still plugging away on the new season of Destiny. It's pulled me back in. It's really good, especially the story. And there's an exotic quest like that is part of the story, and it has you running it on like the higher difficulty to get additional. I lost the word catalysts for it because usually exotic weapons have like a catalyst which changes some things about it.
Yeah,
that makes it better in slightly different ways. This one has like 3 different catalysts, I think, but you have to do the missions and run the the mission to actually get those different perks, and then you can actually shape or craft the weapon in different ways to make it suit your playstyle.
Okay.
So it's a lot more incentive to run it. So I've just been running all the story missions and everything for this season.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm stuck on that, but I did get really into a random ass game that I found on Game Pass called Dicey Dungeon, which is, it's not new. I'm sure that by that name people have probably heard it if they've played it before. But this is like it's a predetermined route style RPG where you have a character and like it's warrior, thief, mage, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
You have a set of cards or abilities that you put in a panel. Some take up 2 spaces, some take up 1.
Yeah.
And those define your abilities, whether you can attack or if there's buffs or debuffs and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
And to use those, you have to use dice. So in each battle, it's a one-on-one, and you have to roll dice, and you have to match it with the cards. Sometimes the cards will only need like up to 4 or a minimum of 3, or you can have it like from 1 to 6.
Okay.
Or it has to be a specific number for it to be activated.
Okay.
So that's how the RPG system works, and it's just running through a series of floors to get to the end boss. And then there's like 6 episodes per character.
Yep.
For each of those. So I've just been running through with all the characters trying to see how far I can get. It's cool.
I'll have to see what was it originally for anyways. Do you remember?
No, I don't remember. I just saw it on Game Pass, so I had heard of it a long time ago, but I didn't remember what it came out on. I can check for you really quick.
I'm just wondering if it's on the PlayStation Store.
Platforms. Dicey Dungeons came out on the Switch, Android, iOS, Xbox One, Xbox Cloud Gaming, Microsoft Windows, Linux.
No love for Sony.
I guess not. I'm actually surprised. Yeah, no. This game is older than I thought. It came out in 2019 on Windows, Mac OS, and then Switch in 2020. And then it came out on the Xbox in 2021.
Really not that old, though.
3 years.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. When I think of old games, I'm thinking like Crash Bandicoot, PlayStation. Yeah, obviously.
You're dating yourself here, man. That's 20 plus years.
I know.
Jeez.
That's what I think is old games, like the original FF7, 8, 9. Those games.
Besides those 2 games, I'll start from the bottom of our list too, since I showed you a picture of it earlier, and I put it on the list. Sonic Frontiers, the demo for that game, is out on the Switch worldwide, so I actually downloaded it earlier and gave it a shot.
How was it?
I actually got to like it.
Really?
Yes. So when it first throws you in, I did not like it at all, because they tried to make it like a typical 3D Sonic game, kind of like similar to Sonic Adventure.
Okay.
Where you're running through the level and get to the end. It was super short, just to like get you familiar with the controls and stuff. And I'm like, I don't like the way this feels. It felt like there was no traction to it. It was just sticky when he moved.
Yeah.
But once I got through that, it put me out into a level called like cyberspace, and then you run through, get to the goal, which is short again, and then you're out into the open world.
Okay.
When you're actually out in the open world, things feel a lot more fluid.
Okay.
As soon as you started, you're doing certain things in front of you that teaches you the tutorial. You get your homing attack again. You learn how to boost better, and then you jump right into another level. And then it's just like repeating that. There's different things that you can do in the overworld, and then there's the cyberspace levels that are like your typical run through, get to the end kind of thing.
Yeah.
Once the game actually opened up like that, I'm like, this is fun. It's like, it's the fun of Sonic Adventure or Sonic Adventure 2, but feels a lot more fluid and a lot smoother. And it is fast. It is absolutely fast.
So basically what you're telling me is I may be eating my words once I actually do try it.
I think you'll like it. It's not the best. It's not going to make you go, oh shit, I've got to have this game right now or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's fun. It's enjoyable.
So basically, if the demo ever comes to the PlayStation Network, give it a shot, and then that might be my deciding factor as to whether or not I want the full game.
Yeah, possibly. I mean, I could always... I could maybe video call you again on the Switch, or not on the Switch, but like show you the Switch screen so you can check it out in action.
Yeah.
Or we'll just plan a day and I'll come down to you or something and we can play.
Ooh, that would be good.
Stop short of just buying you a Switch since they're fairly cheap.
We're working on it.
But yeah, I was pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, I have a feeling I'm gonna be eating my words.
I will say, just from talking about it and the little bit that I played earlier, I do want to get back into the demo and play more to see more about it.
Okay.
But I like it so far. First impressions, pretty cool. Definitely 70, 75 range like it was. But it's fun.
Sweet. So, we were talking about it earlier. What is Payday?
Oh, so you want to know about that already?
Yes, I do. We're already talking about games, so... Well, podcast. But
I forgot what we were doing. So, Payday is a 4-player cooperative game where the goal is to heist. You're stealing shit.
Okay.
The each character has a different ability role, I guess. Mm-hmm. I don't remember what the titles of each of the characters are, like what they're supposed to do, but one character can like shout commands to people, which makes like the civilians in, say, like the bank or the jewelry store or the art museum or something like that.
Okay.
They'll get on the ground and they'll stay hunched, so that way they can't go and alert the police. Sometimes they'll get up and try to make a run for it, and this character will yell something to make them stop and they'll get down. Yeah. Or if they'll be able to yell and get their teammate back up who's been incapped. Some other characters can hack things a lot faster or use like the drill to get through safes a lot faster.
Yeah.
Some characters are better with guns. Things like that.
Okay.
But the main goal of the game is to get in, steal a certain amount of something or something specific, and get out. You can do this cleanly by having nobody alert the police and not having to have a firefight or anything like that. 9 times out of 10, though, you're going to have the police called, SWAT teams are going to come in, and you're going to have to fight your way through, in, and then back out, getting the stuff.
Okay.
But, I don't know, just the whole cooperative aspect of it and the way things felt when you played and the goals and stuff.
Yep.
It all works really well, and it was a lot of fun.
Okay.
That's why Payday 2 was so well received and got so much DLC for it, and everybody like loved that game and was wanting a third one. I think there was rumors, or maybe they confirmed that they were making it a year or two ago.
Yeah.
They kind of went radio silent back in June on their like official Twitter. And around Christmas time, they put out like a little teaser trailer saying, yeah, Payday 3 is in development. It'll be out next year, 2023. Here we are. I don't think they gave a specific date, but they're saying it's coming out this year.
Woohoo!
And they've confirmed that they're working in the Unreal Engine. Did not say if it's going to be 4 or 5, but it's going to be an Unreal.
Either which way, it's going to be pretty.
It's going to be fun. I loved Payday 2. So, high hopes for the third one. We'll see how it goes. There is an actual story to the game, too, but I never really followed it. I just like playing the game.
One of these days we'll have to stream and I'll have to watch you play through it just to see what the game's all about.
You have Steam. They I don't know if it's still on sale, but they put it up on sale themselves for like $1 or $2.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. Once they did the announcement, they're like, yeah, go buy the game for like $1 or something like that. So maybe it's still up for sale. Don't know.
If it is, I'll grab one. I got.
But I thought it was funny. I'm proud of you. You saved that $1. But they've been a little more active on Twitter because of the announcement and everything.
Okay.
I saw this through the Destiny subreddit before, and then I started following it on actual Twitter and through theirs. They have made like little, not jabs, but like insinuations to people saying, I want a Destiny and Payday crossover, like doing winky faces and things like that. And they've tweeted at Bungie and at Destiny before, like saying, hey, we're here, we'd like to do a crossover, similar to how Destiny did a crossover with Fortnite and did... they brought characters from Destiny over into Fortnite, and they had different armor pieces from Fortnite in Destiny. Yeah. And they did something similar to that with Assassin's Creed. I think it's the most recent one. So, I think they want to do something similar to that. Ooh. What could they do? I don't know, but it'd be interesting to see, because one thing I didn't specify from Payday is like the characters, you don't see their faces. They all have specific masks.
Yeah.
The most well-known one is like it's a white face with red lipstick and a big clown nose. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, helmets, they could bring in some of those, or like maybe make armor based off the suits that they wear or something like that. It'd be cool.
True. I
Could even design missions around like heisting in Destiny too. That'd be pretty neat.
I could just see somebody them having somebody wear a mask that looked like Kate 6 or something.
Oh, if they put that in, yeah, they could like bring specific face masks into Payday 3. I feel like they did that for Payday 2. I feel like they brought in different masks based off like certain people or characters from things in that game. I'd have to look back into it because I swear I read something about that, but I like that idea. It's absolutely possible.
You hearing us, Budgie?
You made me forget.
Do
I was gonna say something too. You know, they probably will. This is only twice that they've done it, but the fact that they're actually reaching out to other companies and doing crossover stuff is, I feel like it's different. But it's cool.
Very true.
Fuck, I was gonna say something too, and I forgot what it was now. It's like about all that stuff.
I threw you for a loop.
That's fine. Must not have been important. Oh well.
So, well, talking about Destiny. So,
No.
No.
I talked a lot about Destiny. Talk to me about it. Did you read the thing about the data miners? Did you read more into it since I mentioned it to you off stream?
Snippets here and there, but not really much. Most of it's just the information that you've discussed with me.
Yeah.
Basically, what we're talking about is data miners for Destiny 2 had leaked, in quotation marks, information about possible subscription model for the game. Till eventually later they walked back those claims and said, hey, we're just trolling you guys. I know that the developers for Destiny had said that that's not true, but I could see something like that happening, but not this far into it, to be honest. That wouldn't make sense.
With the way their model works right now, it would be really hard for them to implement it, but that was never one of their things to begin with. And I feel like it's because that it literally spread like wildfire. And this is I don't even know how to put this. This is a sad state when a lot of the people, companies, corporations, places that picked up the story didn't verify the information, didn't look into it further, didn't actually like do their due diligence. It was just like, hey, data miners found this stuff.
And also it helps that I think we talked about this before, because I also remember specifically what jogged my memory was this isn't helping the situation where one of the biggest things, I hate getting political, fake news type of thing. It's not helping that side of the story where people aren't doing that due diligence, and it's just making that type of situation seem true when it's just people being stupid.
Mm-hmm. But I feel like it's because of that is what forced the data miner's hand. It was like, hey, we didn't mean for it to get this big or be this much of a problem. So then they were like, yeah, we were just trolling. Sorry. And that's it. Just apologizing when they're affecting other people's lives and businesses doing this sort of thing. Right.
Actually, I remember us having the conversation, and I might be blending two different conversations here, where it's a sad state of fact where TMZ is the one that's actually doing their due diligence where everybody else wasn't.
Yes. When we were finishing the damn Gundam finally, I brought up the whole Jeremy Renner situation, and I got the most information from TMZ from any other outlet, or as opposed to any other outlet.
Oh, absolutely.
So it's kind of crazy that they had the most information on it. Not the biggest fan of TMZ, but got the information still.
Very true. Did you ever end up seeing the freaking size of the... Talking about Jeremy Renner,
Yes.
did you end up actually seeing the size of that thing?
Yeah, I was like, oh shit.
Uh-huh. He got lucky.
Yeah.
He definitely got lucky. Right.
Hoping that he recovers quickly. He's doing pretty well from what I've read.
Oh, agreed. You want to talk about somebody who practices what they preach? That's one guy. Yeah.
How does he always have good looking hair? Like, no matter what the situation is.
I don't know. We'll find his secret. So
what do you want to talk about next?
I think we might as well keep in order. Talk about. I'm sure you want
what
to take
order?
this.
Are we working our way from the bottom up?
Apparently.
Okay.
That's how the conversation
with-
seems to be going, and I'm like,
Hey, we started off talking about games that we played, so I was like, hey, work from the bottom. Sonic Frontiers. All right, where do you want to go? And then you're like, let's just keep going.
apparently,
That's fine. What's up?
the Vampire Survivor.
Yeah, so that was a cool article that I read from IGN. Once Vampire Survivors came out, it was the hit that it was. They basically had to rush the mobile port of the game out because there was a lot of copycat clones coming out, and it's kind of like soiling the name of that game because they were cheap imitations and just kind of buggy and shitty. So he's like, well, fuck, I got to get this game out somehow. So he hurried up and put the game out on mobile and was like, here's the actual thing.
No shit. Okay. Have you tried it?
I mean, that's the quick gist of it. Of course I did. Are you kidding me? As soon as I saw it was there, I downloaded it. Downloaded the same day.
Well, how'd you like it?
No fucking hesitation. I mean, it's the game. It's basically 1-to-1. I definitely would prefer using it on controllers because it's one touch at least. You can just use your finger, drag your character around, tap what you need to do. But it's not as intuitive as using it on a controller. Definitely would prefer to play it on a controller. But yeah, see, there it is. Told ya.
So basically, the same complaints I was having with the Diablo Immortal.
Kind of. But Vampire Survivors is literally just a one-button game.
Yeah.
Well, control stick and one button. But on the phone, it's literally just one finger moving it around. You tap what you need, keep moving around. But the movement just does not translate well enough using your finger to drag around the screen.
Okay.
Still love it, though.
Now would that just be a sensitivity problem that can be fixed in programming?
No, not necessarily, because characters don't move faster the further away you are after you tap or anything like that, because everyone's got their own set movement speed, which can be increased through the game as you play. It's just the feeling when you're tapping and moving around just doesn't translate as well as you want it to. Mm-hmm. Not to mention, if your hand's in the way, you can't see who's around you, so if you're trying to move and avoid something, you can walk directly into them and not see it until you get hit.
Oh, shit, okay.
Because where you tap and move is literally the direction you're going. So say, like, you're doing this, you put your hand up here, there's an enemy there, you're not going to see him.
Yeah, that's sort of along the lines of my issue with Diablo Immortal, where a lot of the combat is the tapping and swiping and stuff like that. But your hands are in the way, and the at least when you're on a regular iPhone, not like the gigantic screen phones. Like you said, your hand's in the way. You can't really see it all that well. That was my issue. So it sounds very similar.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yep. Definitely prefer controller for it. But if you need your Vampire Survivors hit, then play it. It's not going to hurt.
Now, where you're saying it's a 1-for-1, can you actually start the game on your mobile phone and continue it on the console, or?
No, when I say 1-for-1, it's literally the game that you're playing on the phone is the game that you would be playing on the console. It is not cross-compatible, though. You can't drag your saves over.
Okay. Now, where...
But it's free on iOS, so you can download it and play it.
Yeah. Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
I'm
Always looking for his phone.
Yes, I am. I'm not gonna say no to a free game.
Fair.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Apps and search.
It's a pretty lightweight game, too.
Yeah, the second I started typing Vampire Survivors. Yeah?
Yep.
It says
not
get.
surprising. There you go.
Woohoo! I will have to try that later.
And speaking of selling well, this is kind of crazy, but really cool news that the Witcher 3, The Wild Hunt, it sold over 1 million copies in Japan. For a Western RPG to sell that much in Japan is like, to me, I think it's a pretty big deal.
No, I'd have to agree because you're competing with Japanese titles and stuff like that, and
There's a reason why they're called JRPGs.
right.
You know, they have a set style or rhythm to how they play their games and what they like. So the fact that a Western RPG broke into their market and was able to sell 1 million copies, it's a big deal.
It also goes to show how oh my god.
Come on, use your words. You can get that.
I have it in my head, but it's not translating into to words right now.
Yeah.
How the cultures from different countries, especially like games and television and stuff like that, are blending to the point that, like, even for example, anime, you're noticing that more anime movies showing up more in our cinemas.
In Western theaters, yeah.
Right. So I think that's pretty damn cool. And things can only get better.
I would argue that anime is a little bit more mainstream these days than it was, I'd say, when we were like in high school and stuff. You hear about a lot more people watching it or into certain anime, and like they talk more openly about it. They're more likely to push it on people and say, hey, check this out, or have you seen this? You'll see it on a lot more clothing these days and in stores and stuff.
Oh yeah, you go to Five Below. We were there the other day when we took Sawyer to do his Christmas shopping. They had an aisle just anime. That's it. And it was.
I feel like it's an aesthetic too now. Like you said, just anime.
Pretty much. They had a section of their exclusive manga. They had T-shirts. They have pops, stuff like that. And I could see that being at like maybe Newberry Comics,
Yeah.
FYE, stuff like that. Oh my god!
Its own section at Best Buy.
Yeah, I can see it but not like at dollar stores. So our culture's getting bigger. There's no stopping us.
You know, talking about those stores, that makes me miss like Media Play and Suncoast and stuff like that. Not to date myself or anything.
Well, I just said
Borders too, man.
Well, I just said FY. I said FYE, and I realized, wait, they closed.
Like, are they out of business? Because I swear I've seen them only in malls.
That's the thing. I want to say they closed down because we're at the Dartmouth Mall. I think Newberry Comics ended up moving into their into their spot. I could be wrong though.
Breaking news. While I'm looking up FYE, I just saw an article saying Pokemon Scarlet and Violet making a major change next month. I'll have to check that out here in a second.
Is that are you talking about the DLC that they're hoping to release, and that's why?
I don't know. I'm going to have to check. This is for Scarlet and Violet.
Yeah.
I haven't heard anything about DLC for them yet. FYE is still a business. There is a store locator on their website, so they still have brick and mortar locations.
Unless I'm confusing FYE with somebody else. But still that same type of thing, though.
Mm-hmm.
But
I don't know.
I don't know. The only things I've heard is like the possibility of DLC is like the Kalos region being unlocked. Yeah, sorry.
I was reading this. No, not that at all. It says Game Freak this is coming from comicbook.com. It says Game Freak has revealed that ranked battles in Scarlet and Violet for Series 2 will allow the use of Paradox Pokemon in single and double battles, and there's no limit on the number that you can have in your party. So, you can have field an entire team of Paradox Pokemon if you so choose.
What the hell's Paradox Pokemon?
Do I really need to say it? It's kind of a spoiler for people who haven't run through the main storyline of that game.
We'll hold off.
Okay. Or I can tell you after we're done here.
Yeah, I'm assuming it's one of those gimmicks for this particular game.
So like, since there's two flavors to the game, The way they explained it without giving anything away was Scarlet is for the past and Violet was for the future.
Okay.
That's all I can really say. But it ties into that.
Okay. Sorry, guys.
That's
Well-
it. I just don't want to ruin it for other people. I know that the game's been out for a month? 2 months? It's been out for a little while, but still. This game is meaty enough to keep you busy for a little while.
I hope so. No, but what? Yeah. Then no. What I've been hearing, and I don't know if it's just rumors or not, because they're gonna make the is it X and Y, the starter Pokemon from those games available via Pokemon Home. That part of the DLC, people are assuming they're gonna open up the Kalos region.
Man, I have no clue. I haven't heard anything about that. There are ways to get some of those Pokemon in Scarlet and Violet. Like, through trade, I've received a Charmander.
Yeah.
And they had Cinderace, which was Score Bunny, I think.
Yes.
Like, the base form is Score Bunny. And, yeah, so
but that's
for the raids, you could get Cinderace and then probably, like, breed them to get Score Bunny from that. But, like, all the other ones, I don't know.
Yeah, because you get in Charmander, it was probably somebody breeding their Charizard that they got from the raid.
Yes.
Because he's been released twice, if I'm not mistaken.
You are correct.
So,
And Cinderace had 2 sets, too.
did he really?
Yep.
Huh? I just knew the most recent one, and that was just because it's the year of the bunny.
Yeah, they split it up, I think. It was like they did it for a week, took some time off, and then brought it back for another week.
So it's fairly safe to assume that they're gonna re-release them again. So
Maybe somewhere down the line, yeah.
yeah.
There was that cool week of EVs that you could do, and they all had different Terra types. So I went through and got one EV of each Terra type, so that way, when I evolve them into each of the different EV flavors, I've got their Terra type to go with it.
Ah, no shit. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, here's the question. Are they ever going to come up with more EV evolutions at this point?
Oh, you don't call them evolutions?
I almost did, and I'm like...
I saw that hesitation.
I'm like, am I going to be that asshole?
I'll do it. I don't give a shit. You know, I would not be surprised if they did, considering how many they have right now.
It's just been so long since
you
they've
gotta
released
have one
one.
for each of the different different elements, right?
I would think so, especially since they've released so many. And it's just been so, from my understanding, it's been so long since they've done the most recent one, though.
I'm going to take a guess and say the most recent one is fairy type, right?
Right, that was Sylveon, isn't it?
I don't fucking know.
You're the Pokemon person!
No, Bailey's the Pokemon person, and she's not here. I thought Sylveon is the psychic.
That's
See, Sylvia. No, I think we're wrong, Sylvia. This one looks like... Oh, yeah, Sylveon was the fairy one. Okay, we're good.
You're thinking Umbreon is the psychic.
Umbreon is dark.
Oh,
I know Umbreon is dark.
Umbreon, oh my god.
Espeon.
Espeon, yep. ESP.
Leafeon is grass. Glaceon is ice. Jolteon is electric. Flareon's fire. Vaporeon's water.
Mm-hmm.
So they're still missing, like, bug and...
Dragon.
Fighting, dragon.
They don't have a rock type.
Or steel.
Or steel.
Could always do that. And I guess it fits the Pokemon, too, because Eevee's supposed to be, like, genetically bred or whatever. So it makes it more predisposed to change into this kind of thing.
Right.
Nerd.
All I know is I'm just glad I'm not doing Pokemon Go anymore, because if they released any more evolutions, I'm going to lose my mind. Because it was a pain in the ass just to get the other ones.
You don't keep up with it anymore?
I stopped playing after this. Was it this summer or was it the past summer?
I think it was the past summer, because I didn't hear anything about it this recent summer.
I think so, because after this last time around, I'm just like, nah, I'm done.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was during the pandemic when they started doing the. We had just moved into this house.
Mm-hmm. When they extended the range for stuff.
Right, exactly. Extended the range, had more wild Pokemon showing up, stuff like that. So I could pretty much just sit on my couch and be perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Dun, dun,
So
dun.
Jim Ryan says fuck. I should have wrote it down because I forgot. But basically, the drought of PS5 consoles is no more.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
Yeah.
Thank God.
So, you gonna go buy one right now?
Oh hell no, those suckers are still expensive.
Yes, they are. But I mean, that falls in line with a lot more posts I'm seeing online. Is every so often just scrolling through like Twitter or something, you'll see people saying, "Oh, here's another PS5 out in the wild," or "Here's a bunch more here," or "at this location," and stuff like that. And I guess it goes in line with what he says. Not to mention, this past December they hit the 30 million console mark. Sold 30 million PS5s worldwide.
Yay!
So, cool. Good for them. That's great. And the fact that they've been able to catch up with supply and stuff is good news, I suppose. I guess it depends on how you want to look at it, because you can look at it the other way and say, well, everybody's got their PS5, so now they're not going to sell anymore. So, of course, there's enough more in stores now.
Could be, but the way I also see it is, if that's the case, the prices are going to go down and I can buy it for cheap. Yoo-hee!
Even though one of the old podcasts that we put out before, they said that they were going to increase the console prices in certain markets. So, yeah, right. That's how the market typically works, the way you explained it. When consoles are out for a while, the prices start to go down, which makes people maybe want to buy them more or something, because parts get cheaper, they find better ways to make things, they swap out some parts for ones that work better or whatever. But in Sony case, they're like, nah, we'll jack up the price a little bit.
And then I just won't buy them.
Nah, well, at least here in the US, we're not hit by it, so we're still good.
I will switch to Xbox if the PlayStation ever gets anywhere near $1,000. I'm not sniffing that. I'm not doing that.
You can spend $200 to get a Switch, or spend an extra $50 and get an Xbox Series S, discless, and be able to play everything. So you can absolutely still do that.
I know.
Not trying to sway you. I'm just saying you have plenty of options.
I'm diehard PlayStation. I won't say no to the Switch, but it's going to take a while to convince me to get an Xbox. And just because I'm a stubborn pain in the ass.
Maybe I'll have to give you my Xbox One and let you just try it. It's the last generation of consoles, but it still works with the games.
Oh, Jesus.
I can also gift you some Game Pass and let you just go to town.
We'll see. You may convince me to go to the dark side at one point.
I was going to say, again, with that hesitation, you're thinking about it.
The PlayStation 4 can only go so far at this point.
It's exactly with the Xbox One. So, might be falling under the same problem.
No, what's also going to be very sad now that we're talking about it? If I do get a PS5 and I go to transfer my account over from the PS4 to in Dreamlight, I'm going to lose all my Moonstones.
What? Really?
I could be wrong because it's staying in the PlayStation family, but when you transfer your account for cross platform, when you switch it from one console to the other, you lose your Moonstones.
Yeah, that makes sense because it's cross-platform. You're going from one ecosystem to another, even if it is under like the same Dreamlight account or whatever.
Yeah,
you're going from PlayStation to Xbox. Of course, those purchases won't transfer.
Yeah.
If you're going from PS4 to PS5, you're still using the same account under the same family. It should still work.
I hope so, because
I'd be really fucked up if it didn't.
I will be so upset.
It just talking about it and hearing it would not make sense for it not to work. So if it doesn't, that's really messed up.
Uh-huh.
Honor those purchases.
Hmm?
I said you got to honor those purchases.
Pretty much. I don't want to save up all those Moonstones. They come few and far between.
Mm-hmm.
And I only paid for it for the early access. I'm not going to be a pay to play. Sorry.
You don't have to be. The game is free to play.
Yes, but the game is free to play, but to get the Moonstones, or at least a decent chunk of it to make it worth it,
That's only if you want the special stuff, though.
Right, but a lot of the special stuff lately I've liked. Like, for the Halloween, the Villain Star Path. It Maleficent's horns and the wings. I don't know if it's the crow's wings or whatever. The black wings.
Mm-hmm.
Those were under the the expanded star path, which you need the moonstones for.
Which you have to buy into that.
Or some of the items on the Christmas ones that I really liked. You had to buy into it.
Yeah.
But the amount
Good thing we had a bunch of moonstones. We bought into that too. Well, let me rephrase it. We didn't buy into it. We used the moonstones that we got to work on that path.
Right. That was the purpose of it. The early access people got them.
Yep.
Go to the free to play one. The amount that you get from the chests are few and far between. You'll be lucky if you get like 20 or 30 a day.
Yeah.
So.
That's what those games are like, man.
I don't know.
It's all right.
No, it's not. The RNG is horrible.
Hey, do you have to worry about it?
Not right now.
All right, then you're fine.
I'll worry about it when I get a PlayStation 5, and then I'll cry like a baby.
I'm sure everything's going to transfer. You have nothing to worry about it.
I hope so.
But if you do, you can come and yell at me for giving you the wrong information.
It's like, you're buying me moonstones, goddammit!
You could blame. Okay, you can blame it all on me. I
Oh my god.
was going to ask you what you want to talk about next.
Not Redfall. Holy crap. That article was long.
It's all right. It's a long article, and we don't have to talk about the entire interview. But we can talk about some of the highlights and stuff.
You go ahead, because it was all over my head.
Okay, so have you ever played Far Cry or any of their games?
If I did, not much to remember.
Do you want me to give you the gist of the games? Because they all kind of follow a similar formula.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's first-person shooter. Your character gets different skills or levels up abilities based on what you do, or I can't even think of the word that I was going to say. Helping out different. You can help out different teams or factions of people. You can liberate camps and things like that. That's what Redfall sounds to be like. Mm-hmm. It seemed like since you had different characters in the game, people were worried it was going to be more similar to Left 4 Dead.
Okay.
But apparently with Games Radar, there was an interview with someone from Arcane, and they were talking about what the gameplay is going to be like and what they showed off and some of the things that they got their hands on and were able to see.
Mm-hmm.
And they compared it to a lot like Far Cry, where you're going to different areas in Redfall and taking out certain leaders of vampires and different camps and things like that, and trying to move through and liberate different areas for whatever goal there is, I guess.
Yep.
So they compared it a lot to the Far Cry formula and mechanic.
Okay.
Which some of the comments that I've read on Reddit were praising that, saying that it was a pretty cool take on it, because the whole, I don't want to call it a genre, but the idea of Far Cry as a game, what you do in that, hasn't really been emulated in a different way and changed much since they started. So they're the idea that somebody else is taking that idea and putting their own spin on it is exciting.
Okay.
So there you go. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. I'm excited for it. I liked Far Cry 5 for the most part. So since this is, one, an arcane game, and two, it's similar to Far Cry, I'm like, ooh, you had my... I don't know what the meme is. I'm not even going to try. It's piqued my curiosity even more.
No, I like the explanation. So it seems interesting. Something I would be interested in trying. Mm-hmm. So hopefully there's a demo or something that comes out, or a game playthrough.
I believe Redfall is a timed exclusive.
Oh, is it really?
I believe so. Let me double check and let you know.
Okay. And then while you're
Redfall's release date is in the first half of 2023. Definitely coming to PC and Xbox. Oh, unfortunately, this is another Games Radar thing saying it, but it says Redfall will not be available on PS5 or PS4.
Boo!
Since they became part of Xbox Game Studios, it is unlikely that any of their future games will come to PlayStation. I thought I saw that it was a timed exclusive, though, and that it would. But this is saying it's not. In this article, was updated 6 days ago, so a good chance that it might not.
God damn it, Xbox.
Sorry, man. Hey, Deathloop came out on PlayStation and everything first, and this was after they purchased them. Remember, we talked about this during one of the old podcasts when we were talking about what the FTC was complaining that Xbox did not do or did not honor.
Right. You're just proving them right, god damn it.
Not proving them right at all. They had them developing this for them. When you're a first-party studio working for the people who make the Xbox,
Yeah.
it's not proving them right. You're just doing business. It's no different than Sony Santa Monica making God of War. It's a first-party studio making a game for Sony.
I don't care. I'm just gonna bitch because it's not mentioned.
You are welcome here any damn time your little heart desires to play anything you want, okay?
Fair enough. I just like bitching, okay?
Okay. This is your outlet now?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, just air your grievances.
Yep, if I want to be a crotchety old man, I'm going to be a crotchety old man, alright?
Oh, okay, Grandpa. We'll go back to that.
Ooh, what I actually liked is it's already that time of year for games done quick, huh?
Hell yeah. Started today. And by today, I mean Sunday. And it goes on until next Sunday.
Yay! Yep. Any idea what they've raised so far today?
I checked out earlier, like around noonish, and they were already up to 17,000.
That is awesome.
And this is a not in-person one. This one's all online based. And I think you might already know, or if you've taken a look at their website, this is the first of two. They usually put on 2 a year. They do AGDQ in January, and then they do SGDQ, which is Summer Games Done Quick in the summertime. This time around, they're doing the Prevent Cancer Foundation.
Good job, guys.
Yep. I just missed the Breath of the Wild speed run earlier.
Boo! Shame on you.
I'm raising kids here. Help me out. Help me out. Sue me. Whichever one you want to do. Take all my money or give me a hand. Whichever one.
I got a kid and 2 cats. They're a handful as it is. I'm good.
But yes, as soon as I was like, I kept telling myself all week that it was going on too. Mm-hmm. And then I woke up today and I was just going through shit and I saw that it was the 8th. I'm like, oh, AGDQ's today. I gotta see what's going on. So periodically I'm checking in and seeing what's up, see what games they're doing at the time. Around 5 or so, they were working on Mirror's Edge. I did not even look at the total then. I was just checking out what they were working on.
Okay.
But at the same time as AGDQ is going on, their founder is leaving.
Yeah, I heard that's over. That sucks. Well, he's been around for a while, though.
Mike Uyama. Yeah, he's been around since the beginning. Like, he founded the whole thing literally in his mother's basement 13 years ago. And it's moved from just a small group of friends to getting more speedrunners into it, to growing to the point where they do it in a hotel ballroom and have a giant event surrounding it for the entire week.
Phew.
Yeah, and they raise millions of dollars. They always, consistently, year over year, raise a million, million and a half or more per event.
No shit.
Yeah. So, but he's finally leaving. He's like on to bigger and brighter things. Wants to do something different.
Yeah, I don't blame the guy. He's done basically what he can with it, and now time for his baby
He's
to run
this thing a lot.
Yeah. And I'm sure, even though he may be stepping back from it, doesn't mean if he wants to come back and come back to it, he can. I'm sure they'll take him back with open arms. They're not gonna.
Oh yeah. I'm sure that he's not just going to cut ties and not have any kind of correspondence with them. He'll probably still be involved in his own little way.
Right, exactly. Or if he wants to stop by, like if they do in-person events again, wants to stop by, I'm sure they won't have a problem with him doing backstage stuff.
Yeah, I'm sure SGDQ will probably be in person.
Oh, yeah.
Since the pandemic, they went all online, but when things started kind of slowing down again, they would do one in-person and one online event. So I'm assuming that SGDQ is going to be in-person again.
Makes sense. It's warmer months. People probably want to travel more, stuff like that. So, Hey, good for him. Good work. Hope whatever you do from this point forward. Good luck with it.
I'll let him know you said that.
So,
I don't know why we didn't bring this up when we talked about Sony earlier, but did you see their new controller that they put out? Or they showed a little video of?
I saw the pictures. I didn't see the video of it. It's an interesting design. I'm just curious as to how that works.
Mm-hmm. And what we're talking about is their codename Project Leonardo, which is an accessibility PS5 controller, similar to how Xbox had like the rectangle with kind of like circles on it. It was a modular controller basically to help people who couldn't play games very easily.
Right.
They're able to play games. So PS5 is dipping their toes into that market with accessibility, and they've developed their own controller to help people play.
Hey.
You want to describe how it looks?
It basically looks like a Bop It with a retro game controller.
That is not what I expected.
Well, oh no, not Bop It. Simon Says. That's what it looks like.
Christ. Yes. Okay, you're not wrong. It does look like Simon Says. With an Atari joystick.
Yeah, pretty much. Not that it's a bad.
More like an arcade cabinet joystick. It's got the ball
yeah.
on the end.
And it's not like it's a bad design. It's just something. Seeing as we're used to a regular game controller, and we've never tried using anything like that, so
we have the manual dexterity to do so.
Yeah. So if it makes things easier for people and they get to enjoy games more, I'm all for it. I wouldn't mind trying it out just to see how that controller works.
Mm-hmm.
Supposedly you can. What I wasn't understanding is you can pair it up with another one and some other controller device. But the way the pictures were looking, like you making it sound like you could pair it up with two of the same ones, or you can pair it up with that and the regular controller. But I'm like, if that's the case, you're using the regular controller. Why would you need to use the other ones?
Well, what if they're able to use like the thumbsticks on one, but they can't like press the buttons on the other? Like they don't have the finger strength or something like that, so they're able to hit the buttons on the disc.
Okay, I get what you're talking about. Like instead of like let's say it's somebody that has they have regular motor functions in one hand, but the other hand it's limited for whatever reason.
Yeah,
they're still strong enough to hold a regular controller and do what needs to be done on that hand, but the other hand is okay. That makes more sense.
Yeah, makes it easier for them to hit the buttons that way.
Very true.
Mm-hmm. Good on them for developing their own now. Now it's Nintendo's turn.
Come on. It's a
Those
meme.
Joy-Cons that they have, dude, they're so tiny. It hurts my hands holding them because it's like this. So I had to go and get the Pro Controller as quick as I could.
Yeah. I'm sure it was fine for the concept with... I had a feeling it was going to be a problem like that. Granted, I've never really played long enough to develop more of an idea with it. But I had a feeling something like that was going to be the issue when you're playing it.
Switch?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you're holding it like a regular like handheld game system, that's fine because it's a handheld. You're used to that.
Yep.
But once you have it off, it's a little awkward. I would think it would be awkward. Because like you said, because of the size. Whereas the Wii remotes to begin with were already awkward to use because we weren't used to those controls.
Those were at least big enough to hold, like even if you're holding it sideways to use as a controller, those were bigger and wide enough to hold more comfortably. These things are half that size width and lengthwise.
Right.
So it's a lot harder.
It's basically chopping off the ends of a Game Boy and trying to use it.
Kind of. It's just not comfortable, especially when you got bigger hands. Kids, sure, they probably have no problem holding on to the Joy-Con sideways and using them as a controller, but us, no, it's tough.
Not these big meaty paws. And that'll be my excuse from now on as to why I haven't gotten a Switch. And it's not because of my cheap ass. So, Tales of Symphonia got a remaster, and they did a little Q&A.
We know about that.
Huh?
I said we knew about that. But yeah, they did they put out, like, I don't even know who conducted it. It came out from Bandai Namco directly, but they were just discussing the remaster coming out. Remake, remaster. I don't even know what they're considering it.
It's not it's not a remake. It is a remaster. They're not getting any more. If I remember the article exactly, it's not. It's no new content. It's what came out for the 2013 version.
It's their official FAQ from their Japanese website.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not issuing any more DLC for the game. It's actually including the DLC from the PS3 version of the game, which was not on the GameCube version, which is what I played. So that's pretty cool that they're getting that.
But there's a DLC that they're not including in there though. We'll try to remember.
They're
Okay.
including both opening themes for the game. That's cool.
Because it's saying because one of the questions was, is the sequel Dawn of a New World included in this game? Game contains...
Yeah, that was its own standalone game.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
It was quite literally a follow-up on the Wii of Tales of Symphonia.
Oh, I was thinking it was
So
some type
it would
of
make
sequel.
sense that they're not going to include it.
Okay, yeah, that makes... If it's a standalone game, that makes sense. I thought it was like some type of DLC expansion side story type of thing.
And it was its own full-fledged game that happened directly after that game.
Oh, okay. So I don't even know why that question even came up then.
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, that's all. Can't wait. Still looks fun. It says some people were complaining on, again, Reddit, talking about the port to the PC, how there was some of the animations were kind of janky. It was still like locked to 30 frames, and the graphics weren't up-res like they would have hoped or were expecting it to be. But they, in the FAQ, they even specifically said that they've improved the visual quality of the game, which is cool. Such as like the graphics, the character, streets, and fields.
Right.
But that's really it. They added a skip function to some of the cutscenes. Cool. Because those things can drag on.
Yes, quality of life edits. Go for it. I'm okay with it.
But that's really it. There's nothing about frame rate or anything like that, unfortunately. I have a feeling it's still going to be stuck to 30 frames. But that could also just be like an aesthetic or a visual choice because the game looks better that way, or that's how they originally created it.
It could be, because some games, even though you might want to up it to 60 frames per to the 60 frames, it doesn't look so great. So
It's kind of like watching TV on those 120 or 240 hertz refresh rates. Everything's way too fucking smooth.
or
It's gross.
Or better yet, where oh my god, you watch like an older TV shows on like a flat screen TV now, and you say they get chopped down into like a square because they weren't. Yeah. Those things bug the living hell out of me. So it's I get why, but at the same time, nope.
Yeah. Oh well.
So
Both Atlas and Konami are teasing games that are in development for this year.
hopefully, what games did did Atlas tease though? Because it didn't really say, unless I'm misreading it and I'm just being like a little.
That's just it. They're just teasing, saying games are coming out. They haven't said anything about it. They say you'll see later, but they're just saying, yeah, we're putting out something this year. You'll see.
Well, it's not going to be another Disgaea game because they just got it out. They just released 6 this last year, or they could. I don't know.
See, how do you think it's pronounced? Is it Disgaea? Because I call it Disgaea.
I want to say it's Disgaea because Gaia is Gaia.
Right.
But then again,
I just always pronounced it Disgaea, so I don't know. Just curious.
It sounds better the way you say it. I've just been so used to calling it Disgaea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love you.
Love you too, buddy.
So I feel like Konami is the more interesting one because they specifically called out and said, quote unquote, familiar series and for unannounced projects. Some people are speculating that it could be a Silent Hill game.
Now, are you some of those people?
No, I am not, because I have no hope whatsoever for Konami anymore. After they fucked over Hideo Kojima and then just stopped making games or made shitty ports and moved on to just making pachinko-based games, I have no hope for them. So I'm going to be surprised if they actually put out a proper game.
You and me both. But only time will tell.
Yep. Waiting to see and hear more about it.
What I found, what I actually thought was pretty interesting was, and people are just realizing this now. Granted, I haven't played the game, so I'm not gonna act like I knew this. The developers of Half-Life used an actual corpse image.
Yeah, I actually played Half-Life, and I didn't even know that. Like, it didn't dawn on me. I didn't look at the games or anything like that. I just played the game, didn't think anything about it.
What I find funny is how long it went unnoticed until just recent. And it just happened to be a happenstance type of situation.
Well, you read through the article, right?
Yeah. Because somebody was looking at, and just happened to be looking at a similar type of article where they saw images of corpses or accidents or something like that, and they're like, wait, that looks familiar. Let's see.
I'm going through it again because I read the article when it first came out, and I forgot. This is one of the first things that I put on the dock for the new year, too. It says that it was discovered completely by accident. It says someone on a specific subreddit, r/iBleach, someone posted graphic images of dead bodies they claimed were from a medical forensic textbook. Interesting. In the comments of that post, someone pointed out that one of the images showed a burned corpse that looked identical to the Corpse 01 model from Half-Life 2. So that's interesting. They pulled it from a forensics book.
Now my question is, do they owe royalty if they didn't get permission for that image?
Question.
Do they owe royalties?
Good question. Can you count that as plagiarism too? Because they're taking something else and using it for their own. Is plagiarism only written words?
I know plagiarism is copying somebody else's work. I don't think in this particular case it would be plagiarism, more so copyright infringement.
I could argue plagiarism because there was that deal where a photographer had a camera and a monkey took it and took a picture of himself. Usually you have to take a picture for you to have ownership of it. In this case, the monkey took the picture. So who owns that picture? The cameraman, since it's his camera, or the monkey that took the picture? That was an actual debate.
It could. Well, no, my thing is in that particular scenario, it's how you explain it. Because he could literally have said, oh, if that's the case, I intentionally gave the camera to the monkey to see what type of images that they take. That's your form of art. Like how some people throw their cameras down really high stairwells, or down deep caves or stuff like that to catch the video footage as it's going down. That's technically your work.
So I guess the question comes back is not plagiarism, but it's copyright infringement because it came from the textbook or from the forensics book.
Which at that point, those images are they have a copyright on those images.
Mm-hmm. I would agree.
And then
ooh, but could you argue that it's fair use if they didn't just take it and use it one for one? If they changed it up a little bit and made it their own, technically that should fall under fair use.
I don't think so.
Well, that's the whole thing when it comes to like YouTube and people using clips from other videos too. It's fair use if you're using small clips and changing it up and putting your own spin to it. Fair. I believe that's what this case is as well, even if it is a picture.
I don't think that would fall under fair use though, because all they did was just move the reflected the eye onto the other side.
That's still changing it. I know that if they do that, the change has to be significant. But if that's all that they did, I don't know.
Display, convey scholarly argument, or convey information. Create new aesthetics, new insights, understanding. The law has considered.
Yeah, the only change appears to be that Valve copied the right eye of the corpse onto the left. The entire model, or the entire face of that model is the dead dude's face. Yikes. Yikes.
Uh-huh.
Ooh, okay, so that'd be hard to argue.
Pretty much. I don't think they changed it enough for it to be considered fair use, in my opinion.
Yeah, just flip-flopping eyes, it's not very significant.
Not to mention the fact that it's in poor taste. That's
It's an actual person, yeah.
Right. Like, if it was a work of art, then I could understand, like, somebody drew it or created like if it was an image off of The Walking Dead.
Like, photoshopped it up and changed things on it.
Right. But this is an actual person.
Yeah.
That's in poor taste. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, well. And this is, how long ago did Half-Life 2 come out, too? Because it's been since that game was made.
Pretty much. I think there somewhere in the article it says how long it's been.
2004.
Holy crap!
18 years.
Yeah, 18 going on 19.
Fucking hell.
Almost 20 years, and nobody's caught this. Especially,
it was just a small thing on a random subreddit. It was like, wait a minute, that looks familiar, and they drew that comparison and found out where it came from. That's nuts.
Especially, and what's even more nuts is where you can reverse search an image now.
Mm-hmm.
How people haven't done something like that, knowing like people coming up with
to recognize that to even think to do that.
Right.
I mean, that's a hell of a circumstance.
Well, we've heard weirder where people find Easter eggs in games that are years and years old.
True. Still, it's fucking nuts. It's crazy.
Pretty much.
So after that morbid topic, I know what I'm doing this week.
Hopefully not taking images of corpses.
God damn it, I was hoping you weren't going to make the fucking joke. I was going to say it if you weren't. I was going to say, not looking at forensics books. I was going to watch AGDQ this week.
Oh, Jesus. Yo, and you're watching a stream and like, wait, I recognize that image.
God, no. No, thank you. Ay.
Yes, we get
Maybe we
sick
shouldn't
of
have worked from the bottom up. Maybe we should have started with the worst story first.
It just happened to work with it.
Oh, well. Can't do anything about it now.
Pretty much. But that's all right. We're sick, twisted people. Everybody knows that at this point.
We're already at the end. It's too late.
We can't redeem ourselves, people.
Well, on that happy note, I think we're done.
All right, folks.
I'm going to ask you again, see if you remember. Where can people find us?
You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, anywhere you can find us on...
anywhere you find your podcasts.
Yeah, pretty much.
We're the Ramble Pack Pod on everything. Except on Facebook. It's the whole name, Ramble Pack Podcast. Go find us, friend us, like us, follow us. Get all your information there. Please.
I'm a lonely man. You can talk to me. Wait, that sounds bad.
I'm going to tell your wife.
I'm not looking for people to slide into my DMs. I get enough trouble as it is.
All right. Bye.
Bye, Mike.